Hello, and if you don't know, actually you won't, because when this video comes out, it'll be a different day, but today is my birthday, so when this comes out, I think it'll be like July something, but it's June 9th, my birthday, and as a birthday treat to myself, I went to Barnes & Noble and got some books. So I was gonna show off what all I got. I've had a rule for myself that I'm not going to buy more books until I read some more of the ones I have. The percentage of my books that I've read is actually pretty high. I think I got rid of some whenever I moved houses, but I've gotten some back. I think I'm at around like 560 or 70 books. And the last time I calculated it, I had read like 75% of my books. So I want that to be a little higher, but it's my birthday, so I'm gonna let it slide, and I got some more. So I'll just go ahead and start. First off, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I have wanted to get into his books so bad. And this is like the one that everyone says is like the best one to start with. He's just everywhere. I am a little nervous because people love to gatekeep him. Like, especially men, they love to. But he's come out and he's been like, hey, that's not cool. Anyone can read my books. So I think I liked when he said that. And he also spoke about how like a lot of the gatekeeping is rooted in misogyny and how like women can be into fantasy. I don't know. He was a really cool guy, and he talked about how like people had made comment, like she had been to certain events relating to the series His Sister, and people had made comments to her like questioning how well she knew it, and she's like, dude, the author is literally my brother. And I don't know, not to go on a whole tangent, but I just really liked his response to it. It was really thoughtful and respectful, so it made me want to read it even more, and it sounds really good. So yeah, I can't wait to get into this one. I've been like messing with it. It's super floppy. I think because it's a little bigger than the normal size, but it just like flops real nice. So it's very satisfying to like have in your hand. It's very bendy. So this will be nice to read out of because it like just sits really good. So anyway, long tangent aside, this is the first book I got, and I'll definitely get onto that one soon. Next up, it's called Murder Your Employer. I've been reading my favorite, like I don't really have a favorite genre. I read all over the place, and I used to say I would read anything but mystery, but I really liked that cozy mystery I read the other day. What was it called? I don't remember what it was called, but it was like the one about the animals, and it was like a mystery. It was just cozy, but that kind of got me into mysteries, low key. So I want to read like a proper mystery because that one was cute, but I want to read like, I don't know, like one that's a little bit more mysterious. So I got this one. It looked really good. It's also, I think it's a series. I think, it says volume 1. So I assume it's a series. Hopefully. I actually haven't looked into that at all. I do zero research when buying books. The only thing is it has, I don't know if you can tell, the first thing is slightly shorter. I hate when they do that. But this one's like very small, so it's not bad. But I'm very picky with how books are made. I actually put one down because it had the edges that were like, I forgot the name, but they're like the bumpy ones. I put the book down because I can't read those. It stresses me out too bad because like when I go to turn a page, you like accidentally grab a chunk of pages. It's not satisfying, so I put that one down, but I digress. This one looks really good, and I haven't read the back. I like briefly glanced over it, and the front is cute, and that's just all I do to pick out a book is like the vibes, and the vibes were vibing. So I like my strategy of not reading the back, but sometimes it does bite me in the butt because I'm shocked by something that the book's about, and then I like later will read the back and I'm like, oh wait, it literally says this. I should have known all along. But I don't know, I just don't like reading the back. I feel like I'm less likely to read the book if I do that, because then I'm like, I don't know, I'm not as intrigued, so I just don't really. I got Love Redesigned. I read the Dreamland Billionaires series, and this is the first book in the Lakefront Billionaires. So, I'm excited about that. Oh goodness, there's all kinds of... Oh, this is so cute. It has a little map, and oh, there's a playlist, a Spotify scan code that brings you to a playlist. That's so cool. I'm pretty sure this is the... Is this the Dreamland Billionaires? I assumed. I thought it was Lauren Asher. Am I crazy? Usually it has a list on one of the opening pages of like all the books they write. And she does not oh, it's on the back. Yes, Dreamland Billionaires. I read all of those and I really liked it. So this is the first one, and I think the only one that's out so far of the next Lakefront Billionaires. So I'm excited about that. I could have swore, but I couldn't find the list. So anyway, now I know. Yes, it is. So like I said, I'm really excited because I loved the Dreamland Billionaires. So I can't wait to get into this one. And I also like that they're a little bit longer for romance too. They're like, this one's 500 pages. So it's not like the typical, 320 that a romance book is. Next up, Dolly Alderton's Good Material. I loved Everything I Know About Love. And I don't know if Carson is watching this, but that's like, Carson put me onto that book. So I went ahead and got this one. I also love the color, the colors too, but the cover, I think it's super cute. And I actually did read the description on the back because I was curious what this one was going to be about. And it sounds really good. So we'll see. But like I said, I loved Everything I Know About Love. And it's just she's so funny, and the way that she describes things is like very relatable. Oh yeah, it literally has the word relatable in like someone's review of it. So I don't know, I just love her writing. Next up, Cultish, The Language of Fanaticism. This one, if you don't know, I was an English major and my minor was linguistics. So like that's kind of what my passion is. And this book is literally about cults and the language we use to describe cults, and how like you think how could someone ever join a cult? Like, could I ever join it? Like, would I ever fall for a cult? That whole thing. And the author says yes, because we use the language of cults like everywhere, even down to smaller things. She says, in both positive and shadowy ways, cultish language is something we hear and are influenced by every single day. So it's like a social commentary, and it just has to do with linguistics. And so I saw this and was like super excited to read it. It's kind of references Instagram, fitness brands, just kind of social media. And yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Like I said, linguistics was kind of my passion part of English. So this is kind of right up my alley. And then I had one more, and I had to get this one because I was seeing it all over my social media. I don't actually know if this is geared towards my age or children, but I went ahead and got it because Tinkerbell was my favorite. Like, I had that movie on repeat growing up, the first one. I never really got into the other ones, but I watched the first one over and over and over. And which, if I think I should, because it's kind of important because you learn more about their story. But this is like kind of delves into that world, and it just it brought me deep into it. So it's kind of like their love story. It says, before she was the queen of Pixie Hollow, she was a young fairy who had to choose between duty and her heart. So I'm so excited. It just looks so cute. And like I said, I'm assuming it's not for, it is a larger font, kind of, so maybe, I don't know what age this is geared for. I have seen it everywhere. I don't actually know much about it. I would have said, like, oh, it's for, like, any age, but it is sponsored by actual Disney. I guess she got their approval for it. Like I said, I see the advertisements for it and, like, all the videos about it, but I actually don't know any details besides, like, the basic premise. So we will see. I also think the cover is just so cute. Like, you can't really tell in the video, but it looks like it's glowing. You can kind of tell. And then it wraps around, and then he's on the back. So, but I'm very excited. This is the same problem I always run into of what am I going to read first. Right now, I am still finishing The Bee Sting. I'm getting kind of close on that. And then I'm leaving for Mexico on vacation, not tomorrow, but the day after. So I'm probably going to take a few books with me. Probably a few of these, to be honest, because the other books that I have that were, like, next on my TBR are currently in Oklahoma City. So not with me at the moment. I forgot to bring them back to go with me on the trip. So I'll have to pick from these. But I feel like Wings of Starlight is definitely going. Like, I know I'll read this one really quick. I'll probably bring, let's see, Love. This is a beach trip, so I'm kind of just thinking lighthearted vibes. So Wings of Starlight, Love Redesigned, and then I feel like everyone loves a good mystery on the beach. So I'll bring this. And I'll bring, you know what? I just keep being like, oh, I'm going to bring this one and this one. So I might end up bringing all of them. That's actually very strong likelihood of that happening because I just throw them in my backpack, my carry-on. I don't usually take much with me in my carry-on anyway. Not my carry-on suitcase, like my carry-on backpack. I don't usually take much in my carry-on backpack anyway, so I might end up taking them all. But for sure, this one. I don't know why, but it's just, like, calling to me, and I'm really excited about it. But first I have to finish The Bee Sting, and I'll get that done, and then I can start. I probably won't start another book until I'm in Mexico, but that video will be coming soon. But, well, bye, and thank you for spending a little part of my birthday with me. This is, like, my favorite way to spend my birthday is going to the bookstore and getting books and talking about books. So, bye.